Hey guys, how are you doing? My name is Shanika Hunter, and I am the founder and CEO of Your Heart's Desire. So I really do thank you for joining today. Let me just increase my volume right here so I can make sure that everybody can hear me. Okay, I think it's good. If you can't hear me at any point in this, just let me know. Okay. All right. But like I said, my name is Shanika Hunter, and I am the founder and CEO of Your Heart's Desire. So for those of you who are joining, what you are joining today is day one. Oh my gosh. Day one of Master Your Plan 4-week course. Okay. I've been promoting this course over the past couple weeks, and I'm super pumped that the course is now here. Like, y'all don't even understand. Like, I'm super excited. For those of you who are in the course, you're probably here because you're a job seeker, because you are dissatisfied with your current job, because you are looking for, just organization or better effective planning strategies, or maybe you're trying to be an entrepreneur. So you probably fall into one of those categories, and you probably saw me promoting on one of the platforms, Instagram, Periscope, one of those you probably saw me promoting on, which is why you're in the class, and I'm super pumped to work with you. So I'm gonna wait for a little bit. I'm gonna make sure that everybody has a chance to join, and we're gonna go ahead and get started as everybody goes ahead and joins tonight. So I'm super excited. Like I said, at any point in this chat today, if you have any questions or anything, make sure to put them in the box. And once I get done with my lecture for today, I will make sure to answer those questions. A little bit of time, like I said, we have a couple minutes before this is even supposed to start anyway. So once more people start coming, we'll go ahead and get started. If you are joining me, make sure that you go ahead and put your name in the box. I just want to have an idea of who's actually on here tonight. Okay. I'm going to put a little welcome message up there for all my people. So tonight is going to be filled with a lot of information. So what I will say is, if you are just joining, make sure you have a pen and paper available, because there will be a lot of great information that is going to be given out, as well as I will go through the course as well. So you definitely want to make sure that you have all of your materials ready to get in just fine. And let me see here. Let me do something really quickly. Just in case, I know that the link that I sent out earlier was a little bit messy, so I want to make sure that everybody has the right information. I'll do this one just for right now. All right, so I'm going to give it probably about another minute or two, I definitely want to make sure that the people who are signed up for the course have a chance to join. Like I said earlier, I was sending out various links, so some of those links could have got mixed up. Hey, thank you guys so much for joining. If you are just joining, guys, make sure you go ahead and put your name in the box. Thank you so much for joining. Like I said, if you are just joining, make sure you go ahead, put your name in the box. Let me know who you are. I know this can kind of be a little bit confusing with all the different links. Make sure you go ahead and put your name in the box. Let me know who you are. This is super, super exciting for me. And so I definitely have some time for more people to join. And then we're going to get right on started with day one. And as you see, day one is all about self-assessing yourself. So this is going to be great. Make sure you have some type of pen, pad, notebook, something to write with, and something to write on. You definitely want to make sure you're taking notes tonight. Keep this within an hour. I know some people have some things to do, so I definitely don't want to take up too much of your time. I want to definitely be respectful of that. But like I said, if you are just joining, I do want to know who's on. So there is a group chat feature that is on here. So make sure you put in the box who is on here, so I have an idea of who joined. Yeah. Give it like one more minute, and then I'm going to go ahead and get started. I hope you guys had a great day. So one more minute, and then I'm going to go ahead and get started with tonight's lecture, and it's going to be amazing. Woo! All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, so for some of you all who be late, my name is Shanika Hunter. I am a career coach, and I am the founder and CEO of Your Heart's Desire. Okay, Your Heart's Desire, as some of you may know, is a career consulting business that I created to help millennials be effective planners and to reach their full destiny. Okay, so what I'm going to be talking about tonight, as some of you guys may know, because of course you are signed up for the course, is about self-assessing your skills. Okay, tonight is day one, so tonight will be about self-assessing your skills. Okay, just kind of jump right into it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Just give me 1 second so you guys can view all the good information that is to come. All right, so we are in week one, and week one is all about identifying your you. Okay, so I'm going to go through my lecture tonight, and like I had said previously, if you have any questions or anything, you definitely want to make sure that you put them in the comment box. Okay, that will ensure that at the end of this that I can definitely be in touch with you, and that I can answer your questions effectively. Okay. So again, my name is Shanika Hunter. I am a certified career coach and the founder and CEO of Your Heart's Desire. So welcome to week one. It's going to be an amazing 4 weeks, and I'm super, super excited that you all were able to be here with me. All right, so you're probably wondering, well, I know you're a certified career coach, but can I know some more information about you? Of course. All right, so in addition to that, I am also a public figure that works with millennials. Millennials are my target audience, basically because I know what it's like to kind of get out of that, be out of college or to graduate from high school, and you're kind of not taught the right things workforce effectively. So you're kind of in that gray area of still trying to figure out what you want to do. Okay. I've been able to leverage my experience in admissions, recruiting, and human resources to pull all that together as well as teaching as well. I didn't mention that, but teaching as well, teaching undergraduates, and leverage all those skills to be able to create this amazing business and to be able to, of course, create this amazing platform for you to be on tonight. All right, and I wanted to put up here that passion is one of the keys to success. So it is definitely my mission to guide people into their destiny. All right. All right. So what do? Well, we're dedicated to partnering with unemployed, working, and entrepreneur millennials to guide them into discovering their passions, achieving their goals, and reaching their maximum potential. Okay. It's very, very important for us. I understand, like I was saying before, I'm going to get into that a little bit later, but discovering your passion is so, so, so important. Happiness, and happiness leads to ultimately what you want to do. And so definitely that's our first goal, is to make sure that you discover what that passion is, what is deep down inside of you that you want to unearth, that you really, really want to do. So we're going to talk more about that tonight, and of course, as the course continues, that will be brought up as well. Like I said before, guys, if you are having any questions or anything, make sure you're putting them in the box. All right. So why career coaching? Why not some other type of business? Why did I want to create this? Well, this company was established based on my love for dance. Okay. I've always loved to dance. It's been kind of like one of my hidden secrets that I like to just do for myself. That's my way of staying fit. However, it wasn't until recently that I really started to take notice of how big of a role that dance plays in my life. You know, it has always allowed me to be free and to clear my mind and to just kind of let go, in a sense. So recently, I kind of went from dancing occasionally to really paying attention to the skills that I learned from dancing. You know, it takes someone who's motivated. It takes someone who has, you know, time management skills, who's able to meet deadlines, who's good at working with people, who's good at picking up on things fast, to really, really be a good dancer. You know, I never danced with a company. I always danced for myself. But these are the skills and the passion that I had, and I was able to leverage that and say, well, I don't want to become a professional dancer, but what skills that I learned from dancing that I can use? And with pulling together the skills that I learned from dancing as well as my previous experience, ta-da, here I am, okay? So I knew that I definitely didn't want to work an 8-to-5 job for the rest of my life. I've always had a higher destiny than just working a regular 8-to-5, which some of you all may have too, and we can unearth those passions as the course goes forward. But I knew that was not my desire, is to always be in an 8-to-5 job. So I decided to do something else, which is why I'm here. All right. So moving on to you, because this is all about you. This course is all about you. I'm just here to kind of be your guide, but this class is really about you. So what will you gain from this course? Okay, so you're here for a reason. Like I had said previously, you're probably a job seeker. Maybe you're dissatisfied with your job. Maybe you're wanting to be an entrepreneur. Maybe you need assistance with organization or planning. Any of those categories you may be in. Okay, but what we're really going to hone in on in this course is the importance of planning, because it's easy to say, you know, oh, I need a new job, or man, I really want a job bad. Like I really need a job like yesterday. Well, that's all fine and dandy. We all need to make money and we have to sustain ourselves. That's very, very true. However, we also have to take into account, what do we want to do? Can we even answer those questions? Can you even answer those questions? What do you want to do? Can you pinpoint exactly? If someone said, I'll give you $1 million if you can tell me exactly what you want to do, and you have to do it for at least a year before you can get this million, would you be able to tell them what you would want to do? Okay. So if you really want to take your career to the next level, then you will definitely gain self-realizations about who you are in this course, which is very, very important. And you will also be able to formulate and execute strategic plans to achieve your goals. A little bit of tongue twister right there. Sorry, guys. All right, so I want to give you some of my rules about this course. I'm pretty flexible, I'm pretty open, but I still do have rules, as we will be working with each other for about 4 weeks. All right, so this course is to be used for your professional development. So I definitely want you to take this course seriously and enjoy the process. Of course, I want you to have fun. It's other people in the course too. I'm going to talk about the Facebook group a little bit later. But I definitely want you to have fun, interact with new people, ask new questions. It's supposed to be a fun process too. And I also want you to learn a lot. So with that being said, there's a lot that is tolerated. So, asking questions via email or through, the one-on-one coaching sessions, which will be explained later, making sure you complete all your assignments, providing suggestions on how I can help you, interacting with other students in the course, networking. That's very, very important, which we'll talk about in week 4. Motivational information for the upliftment of yourself and others. That's also very important. And of course, like I said previously, having fun. I cannot stress that enough. However, what is not tolerated? I do not tolerate negativity towards yourself or others in the course, okay? And I definitely want you all to participate. If you don't participate, I don't see how you're going to be able to really, really learn and gain a lot from the course. The point of this 4-week course is for you to be able to learn a lot. So you definitely want to make sure you're participating, and you definitely don't want to be negative towards yourself or anyone else, okay? All right, so now we're going to go ahead and get into the course breakdown. Now you know some information about me and why I started this business. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it because, again, this is about you. So I want to make sure that most of this lesson is for you. All right, so again, the course breakdown. So this course is divided into four wonderful weeks that will take you through the process of developing and enhancing your career, okay? Please keep in mind, okay? Please keep in mind that this course is designed to enhance your career from where it is right now to place you on the right track for success. And what I mean by that is this is in a sense kind of like an introductory course for you guys. 4 weeks. You definitely will be able to take your career from where it is now and move it up a level. So whether that means that you're a job seeker right now and you enhance it to the point where you've created your resume or you know what you want to do. I'm not, though, promising that you will be able to achieve, a job within these 4 weeks. Will you be able to possibly achieve a job within these 4 weeks? Yes. But what I want people to understand more importantly is that it takes time. And what's even more important is that you're able to find what you want to do. Once you're able to find what you want to do and you're able to hone in on it and say, I definitely want to be a career coach, I definitely want to be a certified career coach, you're able to move forward with that much easier. Where that whole job process of being able to find a job becomes much easier, where then you may be able to actually be able to find employment within a couple weeks. I've worked with people previously who have been able to do that. But the important thing was them finding what they wanted to do. If they jumped right into the career sector and they didn't know what they wanted to do, it was taking them like 2, 3, 4 months. I have experience with that. I know you guys may have experience with that. It's because we don't know what we want to do. So that's why I stress so much about planning. A lot on that in this course, and definitely by the time you leave, you're going to be good planners. And you're definitely going to be on that right track to achieve a job, if not while you're in this course, soon after this course ends. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be talking about some one particular special offer that I have coming up. So definitely you want to make sure that you stay tuned for that. All right. So this week we're in week 1. Whoop, whoop. Today is the launch. I'm super excited. So as you see, today we launched with a live webinar. Woo! So today we're basically talking about identifying your passion and assessing who you are. Okay, so I'm going to get into our lecture a little bit later about passion. So stay tuned for that. Tomorrow, after you tune into this lecture and you do some other things, you will review and complete a pre-assessment that is detailed with questions that will help you identify your skills, your interests, and your past experiences. This pre-assessment is very important. Actually, all the assignments I'm going to give you is very important, but particularly this one because it's the first assignment and it's going to set the tone for how you move through the rest of the course. So if you don't complete this pre-assessment, you're going to probably find yourself lost throughout the rest of the course. So you definitely want to make sure that when I send it out, that you complete it. Okay, and if you have questions, you want to definitely address them to me. But like I said, your answers will kind of guide you through the rest of the course. So you definitely want to make sure that you're taking the time to do that. And again, that will be sent out tomorrow morning. All right, so on Wednesday, you will be completing an action plan. All right. This action plan will help you in achieving your goals throughout this course, as well as even after you leave this course, because I don't want this course to just be a 4-week stop shop where you work with me for 4 weeks and then you're like, okay, well, I guess I'm done. I guess that's all. No, this is an ongoing process. So even after you finish working with me, you may continue working with me, or you may be able to take the information that you learn to just move further. But you may need additional help or whatever the case may be, and we may talk about that later. All right. So on Friday, this upcoming Friday, you will have a journal entry. All right. And this journal entry will basically just have you reflecting on week 1. All right. All right. So week 2, woohoo, week 2. Next week is going to be all about finding an industry that is of interest to you, or industries that are of interest to you. So again, Monday we'll launch with a live webinar, and I'll do a lecture on researching industries. All right. Then on Tuesday, I'll be sending out a worksheet that will be basically a skills worksheet, and it will also be an accountability. Oh gosh, accountability log as well. And I'll go a bit more into that next week about what I specifically mean by that. But yeah, just keeping yourself accountable, basically for your actions. All right. All right, and then on Thursday, this will be the first one-on-one session with moi. It will be 15 to 20-minute sessions, all right, every Thursday starting next week. Later on in this session, I'll go more and more into the one-on-one sessions, but you definitely want to look forward to that. And I'll go more into also how I will be able to get in contact with you. And again, Friday, you'll have another journal entry. Every Friday, you will have a journal entry, okay? Week 3. Crafting or updating your first impression. Okay, I talk a lot about your resume being your first impression, and it very much is, because the main way that a lot of us apply for jobs is through the job boards. You know, we like submitting our resume and our cover letter and an application to these different companies who are looking for work, or who are looking for employees to work for them. Sorry. Okay, so your resume is definitely your first impression. If you don't impress an employer with your resume, they're going to just toss it, and you're not going to be a valuable or a candidate, or a valuable candidate for that position that they're looking for. Okay, so you definitely want to make sure that you are impressing them on paper with your skills, and we'll talk more about that in week 3. So that's what you have to look forward to. But you definitely have to get through week 1 to get there. Like I said, everything is important, and it will build on each other. Tuesday, you will be looking at some resume guides. Okay, so you may already have a resume created, or you may be in the process of still trying to craft a resume. Regardless of where you're at in the process, you probably will need some updating. I will be taking a look at your resumes as well, and offering some points of revision for you to think about before sending your resume out to employers. All right. Again, Thursday will be another one-on-one coaching session with me, and Friday will be a journal entry. There's a typo in there. All right. So week 4, network. You're gonna be networking and working at the same time, like Beyonce said. All right, and Rihanna. All right. So on Monday, there will be a live webinar about marketing yourself. All right. It's very, very important that you market yourself to employers and get them to listen to you. Okay. Marketing is very, very important for everyone. Don't think that just because you went to college, or you're in college right now, or whatever the case may be, and you didn't take these marketing classes, or you didn't inquire about marketing, that it doesn't apply to your life. It applies to everyone's life. And like, again, we'll talk about that more in week 4, but you definitely want to just let that simmer for a little bit. Tuesday, we'll be talking about what is your marketing strategy. You know, that will be the worksheet that you will be that you will be filling out on Tuesday, is about your marketing strategy. Thursday, another one-on-one coaching session. And Friday, sadly, it will be the last day, and it will be the final journal entry, and you will be reviewing the course and giving some feedback on the course. So if you have any questions, again, put questions in the box. I will answer them as soon as I'm done with my lecture, okay? Let me go ahead and check the time, make sure I'm not too much over. All right, I think we're good. Assignments. I am flexible, like I said, but of course there will be some deadlines for the assignments for this course. So the deadlines for this course are a little bit flexible as well. So for instance, tomorrow I'm sending out the pre-assessment. Ideally, I really would like you to have that pre-assessment completed prior to Wednesday, because Wednesday is when you will be filling out an action plan. However, you have until the following Monday, which is next week. Next Monday is the 15th. You will have until the following Monday to complete all the assignments for that week. After that, after Monday, I will not be reviewing the information from the previous weeks, meaning if that means that if you haven't completed the pre-assessment, I can't go back and say, oh, well, Timmy, you didn't complete the pre-assessment. You know, make sure you go ahead and get that in. I want to make sure that you guys are responsible and accountable for your own actions. I'm just giving you the information. So this week you have 3 assignments. You have the pre-assessment, the action plan, and the journal. Now you may be able to complete them every single day if you have the time. And like I said, ideally, that's the way I would like you to move through the course. However, I know that we're all in various situations and life happens. So that's why I didn't give you any assignments on the weekend. So you do have the weekend in case you get a little bit behind one week to go ahead and complete those assignments. But keep in mind that prior to week 1's webinar, that they will have to be completed. Okay. All right. And like I said, this is important because every week builds on itself. So you definitely don't want to get behind. And as you do complete the assignments in a timely manner, I won't be grading them. Of course, this course is not for any type of grade or anything like that, but I will be providing you with feedback that will help you in your career development process, okay? All right, now getting to the one-on-one sessions that I keep talking about. Every Thursday, with the exception of this Thursday, there will be one-on-one coaching sessions with me. Each coaching session will be for about 15 to 20 minutes. These sessions give you an opportunity to speak to me about your passion, your vision, any issues, challenges that you may be having, and anything else that you want to speak to me about. And in return, of course, I will provide suggestions and advice to you about what you told me. But this is really your chance to provide me with information about how I can help you and just maybe give me some information about your progress so far in the course. So again, next Thursday will be the first one-on-one session. All right. So to be able to participate in these one-on-one sessions, right after this webinar is over, I'm going to be sending out a contact form. Okay. That contact form is going to ask for your name, your phone number, and the best time to reach you. Okay. Because I will be giving you a call. So you definitely want to make sure that you fill that out as soon as possible. Once I receive all the contact forms, I will send out a list that will show everything, that will show a schedule of when everybody will have their one-on-one sessions with me. You want to make sure that you get that contact form back to me no later than Friday evening. Okay, I'll send out another email about that, but I need it back no later than Friday evening because come Monday we are in week 2, and by that time it will be a little bit too late. So again, Friday evening is the deadline to get that contact form back to me. If anything, it's probably just easy once you get it tonight just to fill it out. It's really, really short, so you don't have to worry about a lot. All right, now to the Facebook group. I would say probably about a week to a week and a half ago, I created a Facebook group for this course. And I did that as a way to help us stay connected. Of course, I'm connected with all of you because I have your email addresses, so you can contact me. But many of you don't know the other people who are in the course, and I feel like that is an excellent platform for you all to stay connected with other people in the course. However, I do understand that not everybody has Facebook, so if you don't, I completely understand. But for those of you who do and you want to know some more information about others in the class, definitely join that class. It is under Master Your Plan 4-Week Guide to Success. Sometimes I'll post little things in there, but most of the information will be sent out through email. But I definitely want to make sure that there is some participation going through that Facebook group as well. All right, so now I want to get into a special offer just for you being awesome and just for you being a part of this course and just for you sticking with me, okay? Because some of you guys signed up for this course weeks ago when I first announced it, and you stuck with it ever since. So you guys are truly amazing, and I really thank you for your participation and your persistence. So thank you so much for that. So I definitely want to offer a special offer for you. I am a career coach. So what I'm offering for me being a career coach and for me working with a lot of people is that if you refer at least 3 people to me, then you will receive an additional free coaching session, okay? Each coaching session right now is about 15 to 20 minutes, okay? That will be increased to a 30 to 45-minute coaching session. This is a regular $75 value that I typically charge regular clients. However, like I said, this will be a free coaching session if you refer 3 people to me. And all you have to do is send 3 people to me, whether they're your friends or your family, and say, you know, these 3 people are interested in career coaching. Maybe they just recently got laid off, recently was fired, they hate their job, they want to be an entrepreneur, whatever the case may be. I'll just need their name and their email address. And then voila, you have your free coaching session. And that free coaching session will happen the following week after this class ends. That way we can stay connected, and we can continue talking about some things that you may need. Okay, so again, that free coaching session will be about 30 to 45 minutes. So definitely take note of that. All right, so we're going to jump right in it for tonight. I'm still pretty good on time, so we're going to jump right on into it. So tonight's lecture is about unlocking your you. And I'm sorry, unlocking. I don't know what's wrong with me speaking today, but unlocking your you, okay? All right, so what is passion? I use this word a lot. People typically use it, and sometimes people can probably see it as being a pretty vague word, but I wanted to break it down and give you all guys like a clear vision of what it really is, okay? So basically, it's all about you. It's a powerful and compelling emotion that is within inside of you. Sometimes you feel like you want to do certain things, and it's just this urge that you have to do something. You know, it's like an uncontrollable emotion. It's high energy. It's a vision that you have, and it leads to your purpose, okay? So I'll give you an example of that. For instance, dance. And for the longest time when I was younger, I used to go against it. But anytime I would go to dances, or if I would go to certain classes, or even if I would just be working out, and of course I would be listening to music, I just had an urge to dance. It wasn't like anybody was telling me to dance. No one was saying she could get up here and do these moves or anything like that. I had an urge to dance. And I mean, I worked out all the time. I did various workouts, but those were never super, super intriguing to me. People actually had to tell me, Shanika, I want you to do these different type of workouts, squats, lunges, whatever the case may be. But with dancing, no one had to tell me. I just did it because it was a passion or urge inside of me that I just had to like just move my body to the beat. You know, so it's some type of urge inside of you. And sometimes you may get that when you're doing certain things. As we go through the course, I want you to hone in on those urges. Pay attention to what makes you really, really happy and what doesn't, okay? Passion in life is a necessity. It allows you to move further. It allows you to create visions and have purpose behind your action. It allows you to know how to leverage your ability and find your passions, okay? Okay, and passions can vary. So some people express passion by being extroverts. So like I know like with me, I was a passionate person through dancing. So that's more of an extroverted action. You know, I was dancing, I was moving, I was super energetic, I was connecting with people. That's more of an extrovert action. But some people are passionate and they're introverts. You know, maybe you like to write or read, and that's what you're super, super passionate about, you know, or some people, they just move between these. So I wanted to bring this up to let you know that, you know, if you feel like, you know, well, I don't like talking to people, or I'm not really good at connecting with people or networking, that's okay. That's okay. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're not a passionate person because you're not extroverted or introverted. Passions vary. So it's all about you and who you are and what makes you happy again. And I'm going to keep saying that because it's very, very important. Okay, so now we're going to get into the steps. All right, so again, make sure you're taking notes on this, guys. It's not going to be a quiz on anything, but this is all for you. This is all for your professional development. And once I get done with this, I can answer any questions. If I need to go back to any slides, I can. I was moving too fast. All right. So step 1 is all about knowing your talents, what you can do. So you want to start with thinking about what are you good at? You are really, really good at, but not things that you are good at, but you don't enjoy doing. For instance, you may be really, really good at speaking with people or connecting with people, but you may hate doing it because you actually feel like maybe you're an introvert, you know, but maybe you're really, really good at writing. You know, so think about things that you're actually really good at and that actually make you happy, not things that, oh, I'm good at this, but I don't really enjoy doing that because, to be honest, it's not really going to get you. It's going to help you get somewhere, but not help you get where you want to be in your actual career. So again, think about what makes you happy. Think about some aspects that others have complimented you on. Example, speaking, negotiating, selling. Again, I'll use myself as an example. So since I was a young child, I've always had the ability to impact others and to be able to teach others. So as a young child, I was always, a camp counselor, where I was always, teaching younger counselors. As I got older, I had the privilege to be tutors. I had the privilege to work with undergraduates, just in these various teaching roles. I've had the privilege to do various speaking engagements and connect with, young kids as well as undergraduates as well. So I have a experience in the area of teaching, okay? And people have always complimented me on it and said, how well I do at it. And I really had to start thinking about that and asking myself, is this actually something that I like to do? I love to teach people. It's been something that I've been doing since I was a kid. All right. So again, identifying things that you like and are good at is a great way to unearth your passions. It may be something as simple as sewing, or running, or it can be simple things. You don't have to put a lot of thought into this. Again, this is all about you. It's a simple question. What do you like doing? I like reading. I like eating. These things are okay. You can say these things. It is okay. Okay. And do not worry if you feel like what you're doing is uncommon. For the longest time, that's why I was scared to dance, because I feel like, people are going to be looking at me. They're going to be judging me. Who cares? It's all about what you want to do. So follow your heart and be confident in what you're doing. All right. So the second step is identifying what you do not like. All right. So you must identify what you do not like in order to know what you like. And I'm going to say that again. You must identify what you do not like in order to know what you like. That is very, very, very important. You cannot go into a teaching role or into another type of industry without knowing what you do not like. Because if you're trying to connect with an employer and they're giving you a whole bunch of information about the company, some of those aspects that they're giving you about the company may not resonate with you. Actually, all of them may not resonate with you. So it's very, very important to know what you do not like, as that is going to move you into knowing what you do like. Okay. And own what you do not like. If you don't like something, own it and say, honestly, this is not the type of job for me. I'm not okay with this. You can own it. It's okay. You're not going to be condemned or anything for it. You can own what you do not like. All right. You want to think back to some of your past jobs. What made them enjoyable? What made them distasteful? Maybe you can write out a chart about some of your past jobs and think about, okay, well, I really, really like working at BMW because, they had great benefits. My employer was super, super nice. He was open. He was lenient. But I didn't like the long hours. I didn't really like, specifically what I was doing. I didn't like being a receptionist or whatever the case may be. So you want to identify what made it enjoyable and what made it not so enjoyable. All right. And again, as I said, identifying what you do not like will help you when applying to jobs and connecting with employers. All right. So think back to your childhood is step number 3. I love this step because it's so, so, so important. And I feel like it's a very, very easy way for you to unearth some of those hidden passions that you all have. So think back to your childhood. As a child, all of you had an amazing, amazing imagination that allowed you to create who you were, and it allowed you to create your reality. So I know myself, I used to have imaginary friends and we used to play all the time, and we used to create these different places where we used to go. It allowed me to see that I have a love for traveling, because we used to be in Africa, we used to be in Europe, we used to just be in various places. And I would really, really create that and believe that, these are the places that we were at, and I just felt it. So as I grew older, I realized, I really have a love for traveling. I absolutely love to travel. All right. So think about some things you were obsessed with. Maybe you were obsessed with horses. Maybe you were obsessed with dolls because you like to dress them up in different types of fashion clothing, or maybe you like to do their hair. Maybe you were obsessed with video games, acting, teaching, whatever the case may be. Think back to those memories. We all have them, and they're so valuable. So definitely think back to them. Okay. So for example, when talking about, let's say, horses, for example, you may have been a horse rider when you were a child and you may have loved it. But as you grew older, you may have realized, well, I don't necessarily want to be a horse rider or even a horse teacher or a horse rider teacher. But the key skills that you learn from being a horse rider will maybe help you transition into your new career. It's the same thing with me dancing. I don't necessarily want to be a professional dancer, but the skills that I learned from dancing helped me create this business. All right. So step 4, notice when you lose track of time. And I know myself, I lose track of time a lot sometimes. Sometimes I lose track of time a lot. All right. So sometimes we may be so deep involved in something that we lose track of time. For instance, if you currently dislike your current job, think about, some things that you may lose track of time doing. So you may dislike your current job, but maybe what gets you through the day is being able to have one-on-one conversations with clients, patients, etc. So then you may be able to hone in on that and say, okay, I really like speaking to people. I don't like this line of work, but I like speaking to people. I'll give you another example. I have experience with recruiting. I necessarily didn't like the recruiting industry, but what got me through my day sometimes was being able to have one-on-one conversations with people about interview prep, just about things that they wanted to do, even resume building, helping them assess their skills. These things I really enjoyed, and I wish I could have done more of, but just the recruiting industry as a whole, it didn't resonate with me completely. Okay, does that make sense? All right, also think about what you would not mind spending hours doing. All right, so the 5th step is engagement. And like I said, I may be going through these pretty fast. As soon as I finish with the presentation, I will check the chat box and see if you guys put any questions in there. And if so, I will make sure that I go back and go through any of the slides that you have questions about. So the 5th step is engagement, okay? Are you engaging in activities that light up your day? All right. You want to take notice of what makes you feel free and aware of who you really are. Don't be afraid of opening yourself up to new possibilities. Okay. And we're really going to be getting into a lot of that, as I keep saying, as the course goes on, and you're definitely going to see a lot of that in week 4. So definitely stay tuned. I'm super excited. All right. Step 6, identify your past experience and skills. All right. So you want to make sure that you're assessing your employment history. You want to make sure that you're looking at the different types of jobs that you held previously. What was the driving force behind you accepting those jobs? Were you accepting those jobs basically based on money? Were you accepting those jobs because it was really something you had an interest in at one point? Were you accepting those jobs because someone else was making you accept those jobs? Think about what was the driving force behind you being in those positions. What made those positions memorable, and what skills did you learn? You want to take note of that and write, actual answers to those questions. It will help you kind of map out and see what you actually learned, what worked, what didn't work, things of that nature, okay? All right, and step 7 is congruency. All right, identifying your passion is so important. But I don't want you, especially while you're in the course, I don't want you to identify something just for the sake of identifying something. I really want you to identify something that resonates with you. And if it takes you longer than, the regular time allotted or whatever the case may be, then so be it. But I definitely want you to spend time and really find what you want to do. I do not want you to fake the funk. Okay, I don't want you to say, oh, Shnika, like I'm so interested in teaching, or I'm so interested in engineering, and you really hate it. Hurting yourself. Okay, so basically the same passion that you exude in public is the same passion that you should exude at home. So if I'm super passionate about career coaching in public, then I should be super passionate about career coaching at home. That way, I don't feel like I'm lying to anyone, or I don't feel like this is something that could, eat away at my soul, or something I could get burnt out doing. Is actually something that I actually want to come home and work on. I want to come home and read more about it, and see various ways that I can continue connecting with you all. If I don't do that, if I'm really not passionate about it, then I'm not going to have that urge or that motivation when I come home to continue building my business. I'm not going to have that, and it's just going to end up failing. So don't fake the funk. An example of this is being at a job that you dislike. Being at a job that you dislike, but you are still trying to play the role of an extremely happy employee. And some of you all may have experience with that. Maybe you're at a job right now that you absolutely dislike, but every day you walk in there and you just have to fake the funk. You have to smile and laugh in people's faces. But when you go home, you're like, whew, it was a hard day. I can't stand that job. I can't wait to leave. Well, what are you doing about leaving? Okay. What are your next steps what is your exit plan? Okay. Start thinking about that, and we'll be working on that. All right. So step 8, this is the last and final step, is to review and compare. You want to review all of these steps and find the similarities in your responses. So in each of the steps that ask you to kind of review something, to think about something, you want to use those similarities to find and analyze yourself and your interests. Okay. So review your answers and find the similarities in them to be able to really begin to hone in on what you want to do. And the pre-assessment that you'll be completing tomorrow definitely has you do that. So don't feel pressured to do it right now. You'll be doing it tomorrow. All right. And the last thing is, this is just a reminder tip. Okay. The process of finding what you want to do takes time. All right. Everything works in 360 degrees. So the most important thing is for you to take time for yourself. It's very, very important for you to take time for yourself. And this is what this course is about, but definitely this week, this is the first week, is finding who you are. Don't feel so pressured. Oh, I gotta find it tomorrow. I gotta find it in the next hour. Just relax. It's gonna come to you. But go about the right strategies and the right procedures to be able to find what you want to do, okay? Go back. Okay. All right, guys. So I want to give you all a chance to see if you all have any type of questions or anything at all. Any questions or anything, make sure to put it in the box. I'm going to stay on for a little bit longer just to allow you guys to ask any questions or anything. I know I kind of went through that pretty fast, but I definitely want to give you all a chance to ask any questions. And if you can't think of any questions right now, it's not a problem. You can definitely email me or anything like that you may have. But you definitely want to make sure that you do ask me questions. If you missed any part of this webinar, you can go back. It will be on YouTube. So that same link that I sent to you to get here is the same link that you can go back to after this webinar is over to view anything that you may miss. I'm going to let some people come on in. We do have a little bit more time before this actually ends. I thought I enabled this, but maybe I didn't. Let's see here. Thank you guys for again tuning in. I hope you guys got a lot of good information. Like I said, tomorrow you will be creating the pre-assessment, and as soon as I finish with this webinar, I will be sending out the contact form for the one-on-one sessions that are starting next week. Okay, excellent. All right, I see something. Like what is All right, in response to you, Shayna, no, there are not any limits when it comes to passion. There are no limits at all. Passion is about you, okay? Passion is all about you and honing in on what you really want to do. There's no limits at all. People may tell you that there are, but I'm here to tell you there are absolutely no limits to passion. Let's talk more about your specific passion as the weeks go forward. Okay. So I'm going to give it maybe 2 more minutes. I know I said we'll do it until 9, but if you guys don't have any other questions, then I definitely can go ahead and just send out the contact form to you guys, and that will be completed so that we can have the one-on-one session. Anything else, guys? I really thank you guys for being here. Like I said, put in the box if you have any questions. Let me see. I think something else came through. 1 second. Let's see. I'm super, super excited too, Shayna. Thank you so much for being a part of tonight. I'm super excited about working with you. And like I said, I'll make sure to get that contact form to you as soon as possible. Thank you guys so much for being on. Go ahead and get off if there are no other questions. I am going to be available by email. So you definitely want to make sure that if you do have questions, you go ahead and reach out to me. But you guys were great. Hope you have a great night. So expect more emails from me in like the next couple minutes.